win that game on Saturday?
No, I mean, that's what we're here for today. We have training now after this. And yeah, we're just planning for the weekend's game, and we're looking forward to it.
I mean, Chiefs have obviously beaten you twice this season. I'm sure you not want that to happen again 3 times. I mean, how important is it for you guys to bounce back and finally win this season against Chiefs?
Yeah, we're grateful that we have another opportunity now after the 2 league games we lost. So this is a must win for either team. So there has to be a winner, and hopefully we can come out victorious.
Looking at those games, there were mistakes, goals. I put it like that. I mean, how are you now going to ensure that you do not repeat those mistakes against
I mean,
Chiefs?
I would call those freak mistakes. I mean, lapse of concentration in crucial moments of the game and a bit of miscommunication. But, you know, those things happen in football. It never happened in the past 6 games we played. So I think it was just a lapse of concentration in those games, and that's what it was.
You guys, finally from myself, you guys have won the MTN 8, almost in the Champions League spot, now in the semi-finals. I mean, how do you rate your season so far? Because from us, it hasn't been a bad season.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first season for the coach, and the way he wants us to play and the formations he wants us to play. So I think it's been a good season, a good foundation leading on to the next one. But like you said, we still have games to play, and it's a good back end to the season to have things to play for, like the semi-final and for the second place to qualify for the Champions League. So we're on par with what we wanted to achieve this season.
And for you personally, Kermit, how would you rate your own season? Do you think you've been, in regards to goals, assists, helping the team?
Yeah, I mean, I try to contribute whenever I'm given the chance. Yes, I haven't scored as many goals as I would have liked to, and I think I've created probably the most chances in the team for us, and some of it hasn't been converted, but some of it has. So I think if the chances that I created was converted, it would be a different situation for me in terms of assists. But I think my season's been decent coming in after what I've been through, and just helping the team get to where it's supposed to be and where it belongs.
And as one of the senior players now at the club, what is your role, and particularly for youngsters coming through? We saw Rato instead of a beautiful performance. What is now your role playing for the club that you possibly, I think, you do love?
My role is just to give guidance and motivation and confidence, and help him believe in himself as well. I mean, he's a great player. He's got good potential, and if he has his feet on the ground, he can have a great career. So my role is just to make sure that players stay humble, grounded, and never stop working and improving things they're even good at, and strengthening their weaknesses.
How do you zoom out of all the noise that has been done and made about this game? It's only Thursday today, but already the whole week, before you even played your midweek game, the noise is already up there.
Yeah, I mean, the derby is the biggest game in the country, if not Africa, you know, so the country comes to standstill because of that, and it's normal that there's noise about the game. And for us, it was just to focus on the game we had yesterday, and now that it's behind us, we can focus on what's to come on the weekend, which is the derby. So we know it's a game like any other game, and there's different attention to it because it's 2 rivals, 2 big teams from South Africa. So it will be a good game. We're looking forward to it, and we're excited that it will be a packed out stadium.
On the physical side, we spoke to the coach, and he said he hasn't met anyone. But from the player side, we played just last night, literally, and then you've got a game again 2 days down the line. Physically, how does one then recover from that? How much time does a Romeo need to get back to his top form in terms of the physical part of the game?
I mean, I think most of you can be a testament to the fact that we've been in the situation before in the past seasons where we've played midweek and weekend. So I don't think there's a problem with that coming on the weekend. We're taking the necessary measures to recover, and we'll be ready when the game is on at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Chiefs have been making a lot of mistakes, particularly at the back, and without giving much away. How much of a key factor, especially the guys in front, to force them to commit those mistakes? Because almost every game they played, always mistakes at the back.
Yeah, you know, like I said, we were focused on the game yesterday, and coming in today, we'll have a look at what the game plan is for the weekend, and then we'll try and execute it to the best of our ability. And with Chiefs' mistakes they make, like you said, I mean, that's not something for me to comment on. It's just to focus on the game plan leading out to the weekend.
Kermit, you guys already gone all the way in the competition this season, so this stage for you guys is something that the squad is used to. How important a role will that play against the Kaizer Chiefs team, who hasn't won much, don't have enough players who have won trophies over the past couple of years? How important is that factor in a game of this magnitude?
Well, I would say experience you can't buy, and it's quite important. But it all depends who wants it on the day. It's the day to represent itself, and whoever's hungry enough to win the game and to convert the chances that's created, then that will win. So it will be important that we have the experience, but it's not the most important thing. It's all about the hunger and desire on the day, and hopefully we can have that.
Sorry. What will you need for you guys, knowing very well that winning this will give you another shot into the final?
Well, just playing to the way we know how. We've done well. We've been consistent in the past games. I'm sure regardless of the result yesterday, the way we played was amazing. In the way we covered for one another, not only in attack but in defense as well. So I think if we just stick to the way we know how to play and we execute the game plan for the weekend, I'm sure we'd come out victorious.
Kermit, do you regard yourselves unlucky? If we look at the manner in which you lost the past two games, there was that goal from centre half which went in, and the Oli Sanda on goal.
Yeah, you could say it's a bit unluck and also a lapse of concentration. You create your own luck, So for me, it was just about a lapse of concentration, and these things happen in football. It's part of the game. That's why we play the game. That's why we love the game, because anything can happen. And it was unfortunate that we were on the receiving end of what happened. So, like I said, now we're just focusing on the game plan and we're just trying to execute it on the weekend.
You guys can play all the games with winning, but when it comes to Chiefs, are you guys being told something, or the strategy of playing changes when it comes to the specific Chiefs team? Because you can win all the games, but Chiefs, definitely, you guys, like we know, you guys lose. Is there anything
we lose? How do you know we lose if you haven't even played? Just because we lost the 2 games, you already know we're losing. You cannot predict the future. This game of the weekend is totally different to the previous games we played. We've been on a good run, and a lot's been said about the game, so we'll see what happens on the weekend.
And Kermit, you're one of the characters in that dressing room, partly because of your experience.
Sure.
What are the superstitions that you personally do? And I spoke to a couple of legends. They say there's water that you guys bath with. But for you, is there any?
For me, there's no superstition. I have no superstition. I take my game day as any other day. I'm just zoned in when it's time to prepare for the game and on our way to the stadium. That's all I basically focus on, so that I don't have no superstition that I do before games.
From an attackers versus defense point of view, I know in the past 2 derbies, a player like Nelson Toby has been massive for Kaizer Chiefs. He's injured at the moment. There's talk that he might not play again this season. From an attacker's point of view, does that factor at all? Does it make it easier for you guys to say, okay, now without this particular figure, we might have more joy? Do you guys look at it in that way at all?
We're more focused on what we're capable of doing and what we set out for ourselves to do on the weekend. We're not too worried about who they have or don't have in the team. It will be a great challenge and encounter, not only for us as players but for the fans, if 2 strong 11s are put out on the field. So we're just looking for a good challenge, and hopefully we can give our best, and it will be a good day of entertainment for the fans as well.
And maybe your message to the Orlando Pirates supporters, faithful, because I think the support is very much important. What's your message to them?
Well, my message to them is just to say thank you for the season that they've been supporting us through. We know it hasn't been easy, and we just urge them to keep supporting us throughout the season. We still have a lot to play for, and hopefully we can remain happy people by the end of the season.
Which songs will you be playing on your earphones tomorrow? Just on the right hand, because I know you always listen to music.
I've got some.
Right now, your song right now that you say this one pumps me up.
Sure, there's a few. There's a song. No, I had only listened to hip hop. There's a song of 25K.
Yeah.
I don't think it's out yet because he said it to me on his phone. And there's obviously the commercial songs is Mbuzi by AKA and Crown with AKA with MT as well. Those are my favorite 2 songs at the moment.
Thank you, Romeo.
Thank you so much.